everybody. I just noticed my microphone has colors on it. So I definitely know it's on because it's lit up and making colors at me. So give me some feedback. I'm looking for some feedback on the audio. We went from this JLab microphone, which had been working okay, but I think it's the cable. This cable here has crapped out on it, and I think that was causing most of the trouble. The cable from this new microphone, which is I'll remember and put it in the description, it has a little bit longer cord, and it's new. So I'm hoping that longer cord might work with this. I did like this one. It had a button on the back, which you tap it quickly, and it was mute. And if you held it down, it would change from whatever this microphone is to the wide microphone. And then it had volume, I guess. Oh, well, I do have a volume on the back of this one. Let me fiddle with that. I'm fiddling it. When I fiddled with it, I just fiddled with it. All right. I also changed the camera out from this, I don't know what it was, some kind of HD camera to Meek or something like that. MEEP or MEET or something. So it's a little wider, and it actually has a wider field of view here, I think. I don't know if I turned my volume off. Did anybody give me any feedback on the knob? I'm going to turn the knob back halfway. I'm turning the knob back halfway. All right, that's halfway. So I went from left to right, and then I went to halfway. Now it's at halfway. I can see the stuff coming up here. Volume is lower now. Okay, so go back to up. That's a knob on the back of this microphone. I don't know if this microphone has it. If that does that mute. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. Halfway is way too much. Now it's super loud. So maybe somewhere in there. I think if the colors go off. Yes, whatever you're doing is muting. So that's one of those things where there's no button. You just touch the thing. But unless I'm wrong, I didn't see any buttons on this new one. So yeah, the whole top of it is a mute. But I don't have, like my JLab over here had the 2 modes, whatever they call it, the green mode and the blue mode. And everybody liked the blue mode for whatever, most of the time. Okay, so thanks for the feedback. It looks like it's working. Hopefully it'll be a better connection than the last one. And no problems with the JLab. And it also came with a really nice suspension system. That's like a metal ring, like an aluminum ring probably. Then this little 550 thing is kind of worn out by now, but it could be replaced. And it went up and back kind of in a zigzag pattern. And then the way that I did this was I would, this thing is hanging from my microphone arm. And then I would take this camera, which I guess these are designed to go over the back of your laptop or something. So I just stick that thing out straight and jam it into these things, and it just rides right underneath the camera like this. And that's what I've got going on now. So my camera's pointed back at the keyboard, the microphone is pointed at me, and I can adjust. So this is what the setup used to look like. Now it's a little bit smaller camera with a plastic housing and a bigger camera. So it's kind of backwards, but this whole part of the microphone lights up and is making all kinds of colors in front of me. It's freaking me out. Cardioid versus omnidirectional. Thanks. So when I drift off from axis, it drops at 20%. When I go over here, it drops at 20%. And when I go over here, it drops at 20%. That's good to know. How about if I just come back like this? If I push this thing forward and hang out over here, probably need to mess with this a little bit. Perhaps I could do this. I'm gonna turn off the camera for a second and do this. Oh no, that wouldn't work. Maybe this would work. How does this work? Turn this back on. It's a little bit more of a downward angle. But this, I'm talking more at the, before I was talking like this at the microphone. Now I'm talking like this at the microphone. So before it was like this. Now I'm talking like this at it, which means I see all these colors. It's kind of weird. And now I have the camera kind of pointed downwards. Can't do it on this one. Oh, I guess I'm doing it the wrong way. Now I have the camera pointed downwards. So before I had the mic like this, and now it's like this. Okay, that's good to hear. All right, well, I appreciate the feedback, and I don't need to go on forever here. I just wanted to, one, put this new stuff together since I wasn't doing anything live right now, and get some feedback, so I do appreciate it. I'll put the links in here. I think both of these cameras were, so if I get close like this, it likes it better. And now I'm sitting like a foot away. And then this is 2 feet away. Now I'm leaning back in the chair, way back over here. Now I'm sitting like normal and I'm sitting about a foot away. And then this is if I'm right here, like some kind of creep, touching it with my mouth almost. And then there's the lag and the feedback and all that. Kind of like this downward angle. I think we could use that for stuff. I can see into my drink a lot easier this way. All right. See, I can see it pop up over here. And then, oh, look, another comment came in. And then it shows up over here. I read the optimal distance from the mic. The variation was okay until you're eating it. Good, because I don't want to do that. The optical distance from the mic is the spread between your thumb and your little finger. So like that distance. I have a much larger hand than a regular person. That's the pitch doesn't affect. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. I'm going to end it here and let you get back to your regular scheduled lives. Thanks for the feedback. I do appreciate it. Have a good night. Good afternoon. It's actually the afternoon. Have a good afternoon. The reason I got this one for $1 is because that thing is busted on it. The little filter thing is busted on it. So I don't have that. Plus, I wouldn't want it hanging out on here. I think they look weird. They're just extra stuff hanging, but I don't have one.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.